and I think one of your questions, Melvin, or one of the topics you talked about, do we give grace out in the same way that we receive grace? And I've had to change my view on that, because in the earthly realm, people to people, we don't always get the grace back that we sow.
Don, hold on a quick second. Don, hold on a quick second before you go on, man, because I gotta ask this question, okay? Because
I got a question for him too.
Why? Hold on a second. Why is it so hard for us to give grace to loved ones? Why is it more difficult? Why does it seem like it's more difficult for us to give grace to those we love, as opposed to those that are, in our work environment or outside the home?
For me, the difference in the two is I know all the behind the scenes factors. I know what I've done for that individual that's in my family, that are my children, that's my spouse, that's my brother, that's my whoever. So I know all those underlying things. I know what I've sown, and I know what you're capable of. I know what you're capable of doing. So my expectation is a little bit different. In the workforce, all I know is the person that I see for these 8 hours or whatever. So I kind of give the benefit of the doubt more in that situation, or I would in those situations. So I think that's where I will make that delineation. Before it was because I knew. I know I raised this one, so I know what's going on over here.
Right.
This person at work, I don't. You know what I mean? So it's different. Now it's not always an apples to apples comparison, but that's the case.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah. When you reflect back on extending grace, compare extending grace at home to extending grace at work. What are those conversations with yourself like?
So now it's a different conversation, because in the workplace, I was always looking at it from a standpoint of I had to actually mature in my home and in the way that I conduct business in my home, because in the workplace, I was looking at, if I don't extend grace, because right now, based on what this person has done, I could fire them. But what does that do? What are the ripple effects? Is this a salvageable situation? Is it a situation I can work with? Because I really want to retain this employee that's a good employee, but they've done X infraction. So what are the ripple effects if I go ahead and fire this person? Now I got to hire somebody. I got to train them. That's additional cost. Now I've impacted a home, because now another home is, without that level of income or whatever the case may be. So fast forward to me trying to equate that same logic in my household. What's the ripple effect? If I go off on my daughter, even though she didn't clean her room or she didn't do whatever X was supposed to be done, now that's done some additional damage larger than the crime or the infraction, if you will, of the room being clean. So just had to try and find a different way for the house to still win, right? In the business realm, I was looking for a way for the company to still win. So in my home, I'm trying to find a way for the house to win. And I want to keep I'm trying to get it in a place to where I can keep myself in a position for God to continue to see that I'm trying to do the right thing. Because that's where I've had to mature to seek the grace approval this way, upwards. Because if I seek to try to see it on the approval and the fairness level on the horizontal, it don't work.